Mary, has a guy ever cried in front of you?
Yes.
Did you call him a bitch?
Absolutely not. No. Actually, I think that it shows great strength.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it shows how strong you are, that you are not afraid to show that. Hi YouTube, welcome back in hell. My name is Cypress and today we will find out what people think about men who cry. This video is people on men that cry.
Is it okay for a guy to cry in front of a woman? Is it a turn off when a guy cries? Maybe even too early on in the relationship. Has a guy ever cried in front of you? Cried in front of a woman? Did you call him a... Hello, my name's Andrew Hales. We're at Belmont today. We're gonna get some anecdotes about men crying in front of women, men's vulnerability, emotional men, and being open emotionally. Please pull that like button's hair. Olivia, has a guy ever cried in front of you?
Yes.
Was it a turn off?
Not really.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
I wouldn't say turn on, but I don't know, it depends on the situation.
Should men be more emotionally vulnerable?
Yes, but not too early in the relationship.
Why do you say that?
Well, wait, not too early in the relationship?
Could be a turn off.
It kind of implies they're a little weak or drama pants.
Could.
Yeah.
It depends what they're crying about, but
I don't know, that sounds kind of weird to me. Like, early in the relationship, they're not allowed to show it, but then later on, they're allowed to show it. That makes no sense to me because it's the same emotional vulnerability in the end, right?
Okay.
yeah.
YouTube. Oh, are you guys YouTubers?
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm Olivia.
I'm Toby.
You guys, what like aspect were you just talking about?
The vulnerability of the male species.
Are you guys dating?
No.
Okay. Is it a turn off when a guy cries?
No, not necessarily.
Would you feel comfortable being vulnerable? I guess it depends on the woman.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
You don't get scared that she would like tell all her friends and stuff?
I think like if you're in like if you're in like a really long and strong relationship, like I don't think it matters, and I think it's good to be vulnerable, but like I don't know, early on in like a relationship with a girl, I probably wouldn't cry in front of her.
Yeah, you feel like she could like weaponize
But
it
that's sad
later.
though. That is sad though that you feel like you cannot do that from the start. I don't think it should be like
I don't
that.
think I would pick someone who would weaponize it, but I think there are people
shouldn't.
out there who could definitely weaponize it.
It has to be the right
Unfortunately.
environment. You know,
Right.
like you have to have trust within each other. You can't just like,
You shouldn't be in a relationship if you don't trust.
that's like a big thing to me is like trust. So
You want guys to be more emotionally open?
I mean, I wouldn't say like, I don't know, I wouldn't say I go for guys that like just cry all day long, but like I think that it's definitely comforting when a guy like knows how he feels emotionally and is like not afraid to like break down those walls, I guess.
All right. Carter, do you feel like it's a good idea for a man to cry in front of a woman?
I think it's an okay idea. I don't think it's a problem. It shouldn't be.
I also don't think it's a problem. I think it's important that men feel safe to be emotional vulnerable with their partner. I feel like it's not good mentally too. If you feel like you're with someone that you cannot show these emotions to, it's important to be able to share and talk about stuff.
A problem.
I really don't think it's a problem either. I think everyone has an opportunity to be vulnerable, or should have an opportunity to be vulnerable regardless of your gender.
Exactly. I don't think that should be like, oh, women are allowed to do that, but men are not. That's stupid.
All right. I guess guys are concerned it might imply or send a message that they're unmanly or weak.
No, because other guys started that. Males themselves started the whole, you have to be super manly.
That is true. A lot of males are like that too.
Gym god, you know, like
Unfortunately.
you have to be super in shape in order to, you know, feel something, which isn't true, and it should never be the case. You know, you should be able to feel comfortable in your own skin no matter what you do.
All right. You don't feel like it's maybe even too early on in the relationship it could be a turnoff?
I mean, not really.
I find it weird, like, too early on in the relationship it can be a turn off. Like, it does not make sense to me because, like, you're gonna be the same down the line too, so why not do it from the start, right?
Dating for about 15 months.
Okay.
And one thing that really stood out to me is how, sensitive he was, how emotional, like, I feel like men that are vulnerable kind of have an increased amount of emotional intelligence, and I really do find that attractive in a man who can express their emotions
Me
and
too.
do it in a healthy way. I feel like, being vulnerable, like we have an unhealthy connotation to it, but it can actually be a beautiful thing and you can actually connect with the person.
I agree with her. Like, for sure, you can do it in an unhealthy way, but if it's done in a healthy way, I don't know why that is wrong. Why that should be a turn off. If anything, that's a good thing. I think it will make your relationship even stronger.
More, have a deeper connection with them.
Exactly.
Very nice. It's a very healthy viewpoint. Julian, you ever cried in front of a woman?
Yes, I have, but only my mom.
Okay. Would you ever? Do you feel like it's a bad idea to be emotionally open in front of a woman that you're dating?
No, not at all. I think showing emotion is probably the best way to for someone to get to know you. I mean, I'm a pretty emotional guy. I'll admit that right now. So.
Same. Yeah, I'm a big crybaby.
I'm a big crier whenever it's like I'm happy. Oh my gosh, I'm just flooding from
Aww.
the eyes. So.
You don't feel like it sends any kind of messages to girls, maybe unconsciously or subconsciously, that you're weak or unmanly, or that it might turn them off in any way?
I feel like, in a way, for me personally, I feel like it makes you even stronger that you're willing to show that, because of the thing that the last person said. He said like that a lot of men made this a thing too, by saying like you need to go to the gym, you need to look like this, you need to behave like that, and then they hide the emotions that they feel. I find it really strong if you are not scared to show that to your partner.
Well, I don't know how to answer that because I'm not a woman, but like,
Yeah.
I just personally don't care, because if they judge you upon that, then are they really someone you want to be with?
Bro, if someone judges you on that, you should not be with that person.
So
Right on.
there you go. All right.
Thank you. Jason, you ever been emotionally open or vulnerable in front of a woman?
Sure. Yes.
Just like your wife, or?
Yes.
Do you feel like too early on in the relationship it can be a bad idea, like a turnoff?
For a woman, yes, I do.
Have you had a bad experience before?
Like, I can only imagine that it would be bad early on in the relationship because the person has like really deep-rooted problems or something, and they're showing it in a really unhealthy way. But that would happen down the line too, if you know what I mean.
No, but I've heard of things happening.
Like it can imply like a guy's weak or unmanly or whatever.
Sure.
That's
Do you
so
ever get
sad.
concerns that your wife, I don't know, gossips about your?
Talks to her friends about it.
Yeah.
No. Some women probably would, making fun of you.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Bro,
context
but if they make fun out of you, this shouldn't be your partner.
and maturity thing, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Has a guy ever cried in front of you?
Yes.
Was it a turnoff?
I feel like it made us closer, actually.
Very nice.
Yeah. How it should be. That's how it should
Okay,
be.
so it was platonic.
Yes.
How about you?
Yeah.
Was it? Do you feel like it was? Do you guys like it when guys are more emotionally vulnerable?
Yes. Usually.
I would say yes. It doesn't have to be necessarily crying in front of you,
Yeah.
but I think it makes you closer, and I think being vulnerable is something that's lacking in our society right now.
Okay, so why you say not necessarily crying? It's kind of implies they're like maybe weaker or more unmanly.
It does.
Or yeah, do you feel like it's a bad idea too early in the relationship maybe to show tears, shed tears and?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Yeah, I guess a lot of guys' concern is that the girl can weaponize it later in a future argument,
I don't even know, like, how would you weaponize that? You're really a bad person if you do that.
or to talk about it with their friends. You think any of those are valid concerns?
I don't think if it's the right person, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's kind of a maturity thing, context. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Laura, has a guy ever cried in front of you?
They have, yes.
Were you turned off?
No. No. Not at all.
That's good. You're sweet about it.
Yes, of course.
I wonder if we're gonna actually find a girl in this video that actually says, yes, I got turned off.
Nothing wrong with a man crying. Yeah.
A lot of guys are concerned that it'll send a message that they're weak or unmanly, and that it'll be a turn off too early in the relationship.
I don't believe that at all. I feel like that's a misconception that a lot of people have, and that needs to be talked about a little bit more.
I mean, there definitely are women that feel like that, but that's not all women.
Really nothing wrong. Like we're all human. We all have emotions and need to express those emotions. So
Exactly. In the end, we're all the same. Regardless of genders, we all have emotions and we do need to talk about them.
it's really okay for anybody to cry.
All right. Do you gossip with with your girlfriends after?
No.
Yes, you do.
No. No, I do not. No. No, you have to treat it like how you have to treat that how you'd want someone to treat it for you. So I'd never speak about a personal subject or that type of thing with my friends.
Very nice. They're also concerned you would weaponize it against them in a future argument.
No.
No.
No. That's
Okay.
that's so bad.
I'm kind of like trying to trap you, but yeah.
Trying to
that's
trap
about it.
you?
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
JJ, you feel like it's a good idea to be emotionally open and vulnerable in front of a woman that you like?
Yeah, I think so. I think just being yourself and just like emotionally vulnerable and just like happy, I guess.
Okay. Have you ever cried in front of a woman?
Yeah, plenty of times.
How was the response?
It was fine. It was normal.
I also feel like it's better to be your true self right from the start because you want to know how that person reacts when they see the real you. You want to see that early on, not later on.
It wasn't like
She wasn't like turned off or called you weak or anything?
no, not at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's never worried you at all?
No, I don't think so. I think in front of a man or a woman, it doesn't really matter.
Sweet.
I do find it really sad though that a lot of men do have this concern and are anxious about it. I find it really sad.
Well, sweet. That's about it. Zach, if a woman says you can be open with her emotionally, or do you believe her?
Sure. Yeah. I guess so.
Have you ever been emotionally vulnerable or like cried in front of a woman?
I don't believe I have actually.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Yeah. Do you feel like it would be a turnoff to future dating prospects?
Potentially. I don't know. I've never been like in a relationship, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you on Tinder or anything?
No.
Are you
How are you gonna meet a girlfriend?
I don't know. Hopefully it just happens. I don't know.
All right. That's about it.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Mary, has a guy ever cried in front of you?
Yes.
Did you call him a bitch?
Absolutely not. No. Actually, I think that it shows great strength.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it shows how strong you are that you are not afraid to show that.
Very good. Guys are scared to make them look unmanly. It'd be a turnoff to the woman. Do you feel like it's a bad idea too early on in the relationship?
No, I think that it shows.
Also, now that I think about it, he says like, do you think it makes them weak? Do you think it's unmanly? I just remember that my dad used to say stuff like that to my brothers. Oh no, don't cry, you're a boy. You should not be crying. Don't do this, you're a boy. Don't do that, you're a boy. So that's also a part of it.
Comfortable in front of you, and that it can build communication skills between the relationship. So that's, I don't know, I think it's a good thing, depending on the topic.
Very nice. Do you feel like in general, most women gossip about their boyfriend's flaws behind their back?
I personally don't. I think it's private. But
Yeah, right.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
I believe.
To be honest, if my boyfriend has flaws, I don't want to tell anyone about the flaws of my boyfriend because I don't want anyone to talk bad about my boyfriend.
Is it okay for a guy to cry in front of a woman?
Yes. That's sweet. Oh no, like I care. Like,
Or it's not I guess the concern is it's a turnoff. It makes them look unmanly, maybe?
not at all.
I don't think crying is the definition of masculinity.
Right. Okay. Do you feel like, guys are also scared that women might weaponize it in a future argument or talk about it with their girlfriends and stuff like that? You think that those are valid concerns?
No,
it's invalid.
No, I think that's sweet. Like they care. Or they're sad.
Should men be more emotionally vulnerable?
Yes. Go for
Please. I think that you should live genuinely and be authentic, and it's okay to have emotions.
it. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Wait, what did you say?
Staring at them.
Sorry, I'm trying to get content. Basically, we should just be loving to one another. I'm serious about this, okay?
Hold on. You don't think too early on in the relationship it's a turnoff maybe?
Okay, at least not for me.
Can I speak my truth?
What are they crying about?
Okay, I
I
think
guess the context matters.
I think that if you are experiencing grief, it's okay to cry, and that emotions are emotions, and that we all have to cry someday. It's okay.
All right.
What if it's
That's about
you're a
it.
musician? If you're a musician,
Harry Styles can cry.
oh, of course. Wait, I was not talking about Harry Styles. He's not a local to Nashville. We're in Nashville right now.
Belmont University.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you already did the intro?
Can we be in the intro?
Nashville, we do these every week.
Stop, I want to follow.
Hello. I'm Emma.
That's about it, yeah.
Oh, sorry,
We were done. We were not done.
Yeah, if you want to keep
all of
talking.
this.
Basically, my opinion on the matter is that we should treat each other with love and care. And if that means being willing to tolerate some tears, it's okay.
Tolerate?
And we're in Nashville and there's a lot of artists here. Sometimes artists just need to speak their vulnerability.
Is it true? I don't know anything about Nashville.
Okay. But they can also write a song about you, so it's okay.
All right.
Who's an
That's
artist
about
from
it,
Nashville?
yeah. I was inspired to do this video from a Reddit post. You can the link will be in the description somewhere in one way or another, and a lot of it rings true. Obviously, I think obviously girls they don't have a choice but to be unattracted to men that show any weakness. It's biological, obviously, you know? The same way we have no choice but to be attracted to voluptuous titties and ass, whatever, you know, it's we don't have a choice. It's not okay? So I'm not trying to
I think I have a choice because I do like a man that is emotionally vulnerable. Maybe it's more like the environment where you grew up in. Like, have people been saying around you ever since you were small that men are not supposed to do this or be like that because that's not manly and it's like now programmed into your brain? I don't know though.
all my videos are all the people-ons and the chattings are not comprehensive and anecdotal and whatever. Do not conclude anything. They're not scientific. Blah blah blah. Luckily, I'm a huge crybaby. I've about 90% of the women that I've met in my life. Wait, there's no way to. Okay. I specifically remember this time hanging out in college, and this girl I had a crush on. I specifically remember her being like, "Ew, oh yeah, no," like she was talking about some guy she went on a date with or something, and something like he started crying, and she was like, "Ew, yeah, like, oh, I hate it when guys cry. Oh my god, I hate it."
Oh, that's disgusting.
When guys cry.
Like that reaction as well. I hate it. Hate is such a strong word.
So I like that like burned into my brain, like,
Aw.
and because
I mean, of course, if you're a man and you hear a girl say that, that's awful.
you know, it makes sense, whatever. Luckily, Carly.
I feel like it's your environment. What has your environment been saying to you? Is it okay or is it not okay?
My current girlfriend, it's a maturity thing too, though. Like, that girl was whatever, 19.
19 is not really mature.
What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Carly, yeah, no, I probably cry more than Carly. She's so, She's super sweet that way.
I feel like when a man is emotionally vulnerable, is not a weakness, that is actually strength. And I also feel more attracted to that because me personally, I am a really big crybaby. I'm really sensitive. I'm really emotional. But the thing is, I need a partner who really understands my emotions. And I feel like if you are not allowing yourself to be emotionally vulnerable with me, we cannot build a connection, if that makes sense. If you're in a relationship, you should be trusting each other. You should be able to talk about all your problems, your griefs, your sadness, anything that makes you cry. You see a cute puppy and you cry, then you cry. I feel like if you're in a relationship, you should be able to be doing that without your partner thinking that that's a weakness. And how is it even a weakness? But I'm not gonna say that this is not true, because I do know there are women out there, like he said in his example, that actually find it a turn off when guys cry. So I'm not gonna deny it. There are women like that. But also know that there are women out there who don't mind you being emotionally vulnerable. So yeah, if your partner says that they hate you being emotionally vulnerable, hated when you cry in front of them, that's not the one for you. Please get a partner that allows you to be your true authentic self. That's it. Hi, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please don't forget to give a like to the video and subscribe to my channel. I also stream live on Twitch and on YouTube, so follow me on Twitch or just turn on the notification bell on YouTube to know when I go live. I hope to see you there. Bye!